Hello, everybody. My name is Porfirio Mendoza, and this is my presentation on nixtamalization. I would just like to thank my parents for helping me out with this presentation. Uh, Not only did I learn a lot about this process, but I also got to use this as a bonding experience with them. Here we go. Okay, so here we have my mom putting the corn into the water. As you can see, they're using wood, and they're just gonna wait for it to come to a boil. But before that, we have to do a few things which we'll discuss in the next video. So here my mom is adding lime to the water. She's tasting it to make sure she doesn't add too much because that can affect the taste. Um, I have her translate a few words into our native language of Mixteco, such as corn, fire, the lime, and then she talks a little bit about how old she was when she started. She was about 13 years old when she started. She's been doing this for about 58 years. So here, after the water has come to a boil, uh, it was we took they took it off the fire and let it rest until it gets cold. Typically, it's left overnight, but because on so short notice here, we did this process fairly quick. It rested for about maybe 30-45 minutes, and then here she is cleaning the corn. So here, this is what it's a hand. I guess you could say a hand meal. It's called a metate. This is what they're gonna use. What my mom's gonna use to grind the corn into masa. But first, they have to clean it here. Just a simple process. Just putting some water and just scrubbing it, making sure it's clean because food is gonna be going onto this. So here, my mom is using the metate. As you can see, she's grinding down the corn, and you start seeing that it's turning into masa. So pretty it's a rough process. It takes a lot of energy, a lot of strength. As you can see, she is on her knees doing this. This was before the hand mills were introduced, which we'll talk about a little bit later. This is the way they would grind the corn down into the masa. So here we have a hand mill, which we call in Spanish molino de mano, which is what the men would use to help their wives mill the corn, so it would be easier for them to uh, grind it down in the metate. So here my dad is grinding the corn with the hand mill. As you can see here, he's grinding it down, and my mom comes and she grabs from here, takes it to the metate, starts grinding it down a little more into the actual masa. So this was a very great help to their wives. So here you can see already my mom has turned the corn into masa, and then you you start to see her form its shape here, and now she's um, starting to make a tortilla. Here she has with the two pieces of plastic, the masa goes in between, and then she'll start forming it. So here my mom has already uh, put the ball of masa onto the plastic, and as you can see with her hand, she's starting to press down on it, making it as thin as she wants it, and rounding it out. So that way from here it gets transferred into the comal, which is the heat pan, to start cooking the tortilla. All right, so we've come to the end of this process. Here we have the tortilla on the comal. We're just waiting for it to be cooked. From here, we'll throw on some cheese, some salt, or something, and just enjoy this delicious tortilla.